Hello friend, my name is Asindra and today I'm going to be playing for you Starlit Flowers by Cosmic Latte with Tats.
Hello!
So, Tats doesn't know anything about this game, but I read it through and it's really, really sweet.
I
So,
heard tears are gonna happen.
yeah, I cry easily though, so don't worry too
Me
much.
too, so it's gonna be fun.
So let's begin.
Start?
Yep.
Yeah.
It has been so long, though it's still hard to believe, isn't it, Mother? I'm not that weak little girl you left behind anymore. I can take care of myself. I don't need hopes or wishes upon stars to help me. I don't need anyone, and I certainly don't need anyone's so-called help. People only care about themselves. They'll only help you if they have something to gain. They'll only reach out to you when they want something from you. It's pathetic. I can't stand it. I won't be like them. I won't let myself become such a pathetic creature. I'll carve my own path. I'll stand tall on my own 2 feet. Just you watch, Mother. It's a very pessimistic outlook on life.
Nice outfit.
Yeah. My name is Einar, by the way. Hi.
Okay.
This is what goes through my mind as I walk through the dark, damp forest. I'll never admit it, but I'm a little afraid of the dark. Who isn't? You never know what could be lurking in the shadows. It's on dark nights alone like this that I'm grateful for the stars that light up the night sky. They comfort me with their presence and remind me that I'm never truly alone. Although the stars haven't been my friends for a long time. Not since that night you left, Mother. Nothing will ever change that, just as nothing will ever bring you back to me. I can't forgive and I'll never forget. It is dark and I have no light, though I manage to find my way through the trees. The leaves crunch under my feet with each step I take. The air is fresh and it carries the smell of nature with it. It's a beautiful night, the perfect night for stargazing. I scowl, not feeling the need to indulge the stars with my ogling eyeballs. Don't they have enough attention? I'm sure there are plenty of people all over the world staring at them right now. We shared the same night sky after all. Mother's words echo through my mind, bringing an old memory back to life with it. You can be the mother as well.
The stars are there wherever you go. Whether you see them or not doesn't matter. Because they will always see us and they are always watching over us.
Is that really true?
Yes, dear. Would I lie to you?
Does that mean the stars know when I'm picking my nose behind your back? Mother laughs. It's gentle and sweet.
How's that?
Your first laugh was better.
I know. So yeah, I laugh. It's gentle and sweet. Sorry. I certainly hope not. I'd like the stars to think you're more than just a cheeky nose-picking brat.
Hey, I'm not a brat.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Mother tickles me all over and I give in, laughing.
Ka-chee. Good, it worked.
Yeah. The memory vanishes and I find myself alone in the present once again. Alone. I'm always alone these days. Why had that memory returned to me now? Out of all the times it could have given me comfort, it chose now. A nice small clearing comes into view. It looks like the perfect spot to set up camp for the night. Realizing how tired I am, I plant myself on an old stump and remove my backpack. Light. I need light. I remove a lantern and a fire kit from my pack. It doesn't take me long to light the candle inside the lantern. Years of practice will do that to you. As I'm going through the motions, I toss the kit back into my bag and jump off the stump, lantern in hand. The lantern light illuminates my surroundings. Trees that go on for miles is all that can be seen. Like some kind of tree prison, except it's not. This forest is a sanctuary. Imagine a tree prison.
All you need is one good lighter. You just...
Well, then you risk setting yourself on fire, too.
True. No, I'd still do it.
Yeah. It reminds me of, like, Minecraft, where people surround each other with obsidian or whatever when they go AFK, except with trees. The stars outshine my lantern light, reminding me of their betrayal. I glower up at them. They twinkle back, and I force myself not to poke my tongue out at them. I'm not 5 anymore, though sometimes I wish I was, because then I wouldn't have to be alone. 2 stars separate themselves from the others, their light growing ever brighter as they descend down to the earth. They move so fast I hardly have time to register what is happening. The stars fall side by side and head straight towards me. They appear to grow larger the closer they get. I'm frozen in place, too afraid to move and too mesmerized to turn away. You are literally going to die.
Nah.
I'm being pulled in by their beauty. I almost want them to crash into me, just so I can see them up close. Literally balls of fire
are hurtling towards you at unfathomable speeds.
You're gonna die. But that's not the truth. The truth is, I want to see Mother again. Did the stars hear my wish after all? Take me to her. At the last moment, the moment when I think they'll take me, they split apart from each other, one going left, the other right, and crash into the forest. The ground beneath my feet vibrates from their rough landing, and I feel myself shudder. All is calm and dark once again, the 2 fallen stars out of sight, but not out of mind. That was too close. Seriously, what just happened? Did I really just see that? I don't know. It felt real. Things always feel real in the moment, but as time passes, they begin to feel more and more like dreams or hallucinations. There's only one way to find out. I will myself to move without much thought or consideration. I head into the direction of the star that descended left. My heart pounds rapidly in my chest, and I don't even notice I'm running, desperate to see what fell from the night sky. It's not long before I come across the crash site. It doesn't look like a crash site, but I'm certain this is where the star had fallen. Trees and bushes surround the area. Rocks, sticks, and leaves cover the soil beneath my feet. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Well, that's boring. Maybe this is the wrong place. Perhaps the star is further along from here. I walk further and stop when my foot comes into contact with something that doesn't feel like a stick or a rock.
Dun, dun, dun.
My heart jumps in my chest. I step back and shine my lantern on the strange object. It's not an object. It's a girl. A strange girl with long white hair that curtains over her body. She appears unconscious and lays on her back, her eyes closed and her pink lips a straight line. The light from my lantern causes her dress to sparkle. It's made of fancy-looking blue fabric and shines bright in the dark forest. She doesn't look like she's from this world. She's too radiant. It feels as if I'm seeing something I shouldn't be seeing, like something from a fairy tale or the stories Mother used to tell me. What on earth is she doing out here in the middle of nowhere? She looks like she escaped from a prince's ball and passed out after she ran for miles. Except her appearance is flawless, as if she just appeared here by magic. I mean, you did just watch her fall from the sky.
Technically, you're right. Oh my god.
Bending down, I place my lantern beside me and grab her by the shoulders. Gently, I shake her awake. It takes a moment for her eyes to flutter open. They're curtained by long white eyelashes that blink at me. It appears she's looking at me, but she isn't. She sees straight through me. Are you okay? Her eyes focus at the sound of my voice. Her pupils dilate as she sees me for the first time. The strange girl stutters, then something in her must have snapped back to reality, because she pushes herself off the ground in haste, but soon winces and falls back down. Pity fills my heart. What are you doing here?
I fell.
She mumbles under her breath. You fell? From where exactly? Are you really going to play the idiot?
The sky.
This time she speaks loud and clear. There's confidence in her voice, like she's simply stating that the sky is blue. She fell from the sky? Does she really expect me to believe that? How could she say something so ridiculous with that much confidence? But then, I did see those stars fall from the sky. No, it's not possible. I frowned down at her. If she truly did fall, from the sky or otherwise, she must be hurt, and that's why she couldn't lift herself up. Where does it hurt? A flush appears on the girl's features, and she averts her eyes from mine.
My wrist. I think I landed on it when I fell.
Show it to me. Politeness gets you nowhere in this world, not when it comes to treatment. Sometimes you just have to force medicine down a child's throat. It's for their own good. She's not a child, though. She appears to be a young woman around my age. Without giving me as much as a glance, the girl presents me her wrists. I take it and examine it under the lantern light. It does look swollen, but it's not too bad, just a little sprain. One of my salves should help heal it overnight. All my supplies are in my backpack. I'll need to take her back with me if I want to treat her wrist. Which is kind of weird because she's technically, Einar is technically wearing her backpack right now. But she did say she put it down.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Releasing...
I like the art. Sorry.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And the music's fantastic.
Yeah. Releasing her wrist, I look up at her, and she peers back at me, her face unreadable. It's a small sprain. I can treat it, but I'll need you to come back to my camp with me. The girl is silent, as if something heavy weighs on her mind. I decide to prompt her. Will you come?
There's someone else.
Someone else? You mean you're not alone? The girl shakes her head. What's your name?
Oh,
Eilis.
Eilis.
That's a strange name, but my name isn't the most common of names either. My name's, Einar. She doesn't seem to respond, so I try another question to keep her talking. What's your friend's name, Eilis?
She's not my friend.
Without realizing it, I take a step back, shocked by her sudden burst of emotion. She seems to notice and calms down, stoic once again.
I'm sorry. I'm just not on very good terms with her.
It sounds to me like Eilis wants nothing to do with this other girl, though she's hesitating. Does she care for her after all? Honestly, I can't just leave two girls wandering around the forest on their own. It's too dangerous. Even if she's not your friend, we should look for her. She could be hurt too. Eilis is quiet. She stares at the ground and avoids my eyes. What is she thinking, I wonder? Does she really dislike the girl so much that she just abandoned her? Even I'm not that cruel. Or am I? After a moment of silence passes, she gives a deep sigh.
Fine, but don't expect me to get along with her.
That's a good enough answer for me. At least we're getting somewhere now. I need to do the responsible thing and help them out, no matter how much that grates on my nerves, and despite the strange things Eilis has said. The earth almost spins around me as I push myself off the ground. I extend my hand out to Eilis and try to a weary smile. She hesitates to take it at first, but soon enough her hand is in mine, and I pull her up and onto her feet. Once she's up, I quickly release her hand and try to ignore how warm and soft her skin had felt against my own. Where do you think she could be? Eilis looks around us, her white hair swaying with her movements. Then she closes her eyes and listens. Before I get the chance to ask her what she's doing, she turns on her heel and starts heading east.
This way.
Of course. That's where I saw the other fallen star land. It feels as though there's something more serious at play here, but I don't want to admit that to myself. Pushing that thought out of my mind, I follow her, my lantern lighting our way through the darkness of the forest. We walk in silence. The sound of leaves crunching under our footsteps is all that can be heard. Eilis is faster than me, and with her legs being longer than mine, she reaches the area first. Nothing here looks out of place. Everything looks as it should. Perhaps I was really hallucinating when I saw those stars descend from the sky. What's her name? I ask again. It's hard to run a search party without the person's name on your tongue. I like the sudden music change.
Yeah, me too.
Eilis groans and stops in her tracks. I have no choice but to stop too.
Don't make me say it.
I just thought we could call for her. She might be close by. There's a loud rustling sound coming from the bushes behind Eilis. She doesn't seem to notice. I suddenly get the feeling that we are being watched, and whoever is watching us is prepared to pounce at any given moment. I open my mouth to warn her, but it's too late. A dark silhouette appears behind Eilis.
Her name is Sir.
The silhouette jumps at Eilis and tries to grab a hold of her, probably so I can drag her into the bushes and eat her flesh. Fear takes over my body. I can't move.
Ah!
Alice bolts towards me and clings to me like a child would to their mother. In a panic, I direct my lantern towards the flesh-eating monster to reveal...
Cerise! I like her dress, wow.
Yeah. Alice glares daggers at the flesh-eater. She calls it Cerise. It must be the girl Alice was talking about. It certainly looks like a girl, but not any ordinary girl.
Ha ha ha! You never change, Alice? Alice? You're always fun to scare.
I lick Cerise up and down, taking in her appearance. She's like Alice, unusually beautiful. Her hair is short and curly, her skin is milky white, and her eyelashes match her hair, white as snow. She wears an expensive-looking dress. It looks to be made of the same silky fabric as Alice's, but in tones of pink and orange that sparkle vibrantly under my lantern light. Alice pulls away from me, and her absence makes me shiver as her body heat leaves me and the cold night air takes its place.
And you're as impossible as I remember. Aw, do you miss me? Like hell I did.
Alice mumbles under her breath. She seems to mumble a lot, but Cerise must be used to it because she understands her anyway.
It's alright, I'm here now.
Cerise tries to pull Alice into an embrace, but Alice shoves her away by the face. Jesus, that's a bit violent, isn't it? Just palm your face away from...
To be fair, I do that to people sometimes too, especially Matt. No, get away. Don't touch me. Ugh, why are you being so difficult? I only want to hug you. Why don't you hug a tree instead? That's it. If you don't want to play nice, I won't either.
The two glare at each other, resentment clear in their eyes. I don't know what their relationship is, but their attitude to one another is pretty immature. They remind me of two siblings at war with one another. Thank the stars I'm an only child. Hey!
What?
They both yell at me in unison, turning their attention towards me for the first time in the last few minutes. Their gazes are intense and their body language almost identical. I can't help but crack a smile at the sight. Regaining my composure, I frown at the two of them, masking my amusement. Look, what are you two doing here in the forest? It seems to me like you're both lost.
That's because we are lost, genius. Cerise, don't be rude. She can help us. If she has food, I'm all ears.
I have a name. It's Einar. I also have food and the medical treatment Alice needs back in my camp. If you two would be so kind as to stop gas-bagging and follow me, I will gladly assist you.
Wow, she sounds like old Boo Boo.
Boo Boo who?
A wise old woman from our kingdom. She's like a mother to the two of us. Maybe to you, Alice, but to me she's a pain in the...
Alice stamps on Cerise's foot.
Ow! That's abuse! So is the sound of your voice.
With a sigh, I turn on my heel and start heading in the direction of my campsite. Follow me, I say without turning back to them. They follow, the sound of their footsteps a strange comfort in the silence of the forest. I'm going to regret this, all of this. Why hadn't I just forgotten about those fallen stars? Why hadn't I just set up camp and gone to sleep? Why hadn't I just dismissed it all as a dream, a hallucination, a trick of the light? I'll never know.